This Dr. Luke, I'm going to go to wrist and hand mobility. And so what we're going to start with is with the wrist. And so we're going to really focus on making sure our wrists are doing the leading of the motion. So that's what it look like if you go in a neutral position, bring your wrist up and then down. So like flexion, extension, flexion, extension. And then for ulnar and radial deviation, you're going to go again, one side leading like that, other side like that. So it's going to be just shifting back and forth. Again, always leading with the wrist. Then you can combine it into a up, out, down, in, up, out, down, in, almost a box aspect. Now you can also change the angles of it so it doesn't always have to be in this neutral position. So in a side position, you can go up and down with the ulnar radial and making sure you're also leading in and out. So that just changes it and you can see different ways of how it's coordinating with your body. Always making sure you're not leading with your hands. So if you're trying to go up, you're not leading like that. So making sure your wrist is always leading it, even though you are changing the angles of it. Now, finally, you can get into a more complicated, let's say, sports position, where let's say you're like a pitcher trying to throw, really getting that, mimicking that angle. Then you can do those positions of ulnar radial, flexion, extension. Really focus on what you are having issues with, and that's where we can go specifically over in the office. Last thing with the wrist is you can start with your hands like this, turn in, pinkies down and up. So that, the opposite of that, hands starting facing, turn out again, lead with the pointers out and up and around. It's really just getting a good overall motion of that wrist. So now you can go into the fingers. We're going to start with just circular motions of each finger individually. Really just working on making sure you're getting solo motion as best you can on each particular finger. Then you do more combined, where you're working with controlled flexion, really getting every single joint to flex down. And then a full smooth extension, flexing down, full extension. Doing the opposite with a full extension and really working out each of those extending. So you're really trying to do one joint at a time extending. Then always making sure you're remembering the thumb. And so that would look like into a controlled flexion, full extension, controlled flexion, full extension, then a full flexion, then more controlled extension. So making sure you're getting every little joint in your hands, elbows, moving wrist, and so that you can continue to improve and able to kind of support and stabilize the movement we're doing in the office. If you have any questions with particular motions you should be doing or how to coordinate them all, let me know in the next appointment, and have a great day.